whole staff showed up to the private terminal, Salt Lake International Airport, went through the check-in process a bit, got all of our luggage loaded onto luggage carts, our team gear loaded on, and headed out to the plane. Flew through Brownsville, Texas for a refueling stop. We were there for about 30 minutes, and then back in the air and on the way to Costa Rica. Total flight time of 6.5 hours. We got on the ground here in Costa Rica, went through customs and immigration, got on the bus and headed to the hotel, grabbed some dinner, and that was it.
It was a long day for us. We had to take care of our bodies now. You know, this is the day where we take care of our bodies, and it's something that is very important.
After the long travel day yesterday, kind of get the legs moving again, get some touches on the ball, and try and get sharp for tomorrow.
Being familiar with everything helps. Charter flight helps because that's a long trip without question. And now it's about, you know, 1 day of preparation before, everybody getting the proper rest, food, all that stuff. We take that into tomorrow night, and hopefully we can have a good team performance and come out with something.
We had a good run the last time, and I feel like we got something to come back for, you know, and I feel like it's always exciting to play these types of teams.
Did pretty well last time to make it to the final. That hunger is still there to try and get back. The group stage is obviously a bit different in the way you approach things, and you know the groups are smaller this year. Only one team gets through, so it's going to be more difficult.
Anytime there's less games, it gives you less leeway to kind of have a mistake here or there. But I think that the team's ready, and we're looking forward to going out tomorrow night. And like I said, performing well and walking away with 3 points.
You're going to have to get some points on the road somewhere, whether that's a win or a tie or 2 ties. You're going to have to pick up some points on the road and take care of business at home. And then with only one team advancing, you know, you can't really slip up anywhere.
We're looking to go far in the tournament.
Everybody knows what needs to be done. Everybody knows how big this tournament is, and you know how important this is to the club.
The club takes this tournament very seriously. It's something we want to go out and win.
Obviously, we go into any game thinking it's important to pick up a result. We don't come sitting back or doing without all that there. We've got to come and work ourselves off, get a result.
If we get a win on the road, it puts us in a good spot.
Anytime this team steps in the field, they want to win.
It's the Champions League, so they're all tough. We just got to do what we're good at and hopefully get the results.
We still got to be ready for every single game.
It's going to be a hostile environment, we know that, but we thrive all that.
This tournament really means something to our club. We just have to take the group play 1 game at a time, and the goal is to advance. That obviously starts tomorrow night.
It means everything it did last time. You know, this is the biggest club competition you can play in, and you know we want to be the best club in the world.
We've constructed the team in a way to go back and try to reclaim what we think we lost against Monterey 2 years ago. We made the decision in the offseason to keep the core group together. We felt like we had come close to doing something that no other club had ever done from MLS, and that's the goal. The goal is to win the CONCACAF Champions League and to try to put our club on the map permanently, to try to make some history. The thing that we've kind of stuck with is that we're going to keep tinkering until we think we get it right. And as part of that process, we've added Justin Braun and Kenny Mansali and Kwame Watson-Siriboe, and all 3 of those guys I think are going to be guys that can help us. Of the 20 guys who are here, 14 have played Champions League before, and of the 6 others, 3 have played Champions League for another team. So that's a big part of our calculus when we say we're going to have a team come back and try to win Champions League. We're going to assemble 14 to 17 Champions League experienced veteran players, and we try to do that because it's not easy. I think that we provided an example of what we thought was best for our club. I think other clubs have emulated that. We felt like as a small club, we probably were never going to spend dollar for dollar with LA or New York, but that if we could go out and win this tournament, then we could really make a difference in terms of not just our brand, but in terms of the level of player that we're able to attract. And going back to 2 years ago, one of the reasons that we get Alvaro Samparillo is because we're playing in Champions League. And that's been a key to building our core and expanding it over the last couple of years. In terms of both age and salary cap and experience, I think this is it. This is probably the last Champions League hurrah for this group. Our group wants to win. I think that they want to compete very badly. And look, when we say that the window is closing, the window is ending, and whatever, it doesn't mean we're going to immediately ship out every player next year. It just means we may not be able to keep everybody for the long term. But it's critical to our success as a club, and we've made that very clear to everybody here. And and we're at a stage with our group where we need to win titles. We need to win an MLS Cup. We need to win Champions League. Those are our expectations, and those haven't changed. We would have had to play 8 games under the old format, so we would have had to qualify into group stage and had 6 group stage matches. That would have taken a lot out of us, and so to play 4 games, I think, is a net benefit to us. That said, obviously there are going to be 4 probably tougher games than maybe every one of the 8 games would have been. It's more intense, it's more focused, but hopefully again we're equipped to succeed. Herediano's just the beginning of their season. Toros at the beginning of their season. When you look at it historically, would the away game in Costa Rica be the most challenging? Yeah, it could be. But I think, without knowing any more about how Toros season goes and how Herediano's season goes, you still have to look individually at the players on the team that year. And so I think it's still tough to predict right now as to what will be the tough game, because I think when you only have 4, they're all pretty tough. We have to come out right now and try to beat Herediano, and they're a very good team, and it's our first road game. And when you have 4 group games, there's just no margin for error. You can't slip up. And even if you do slip up, you can't give up 2 goals. Goal difference. I think the tie breaks are going to be so tightly decided, and with only 4 group games, that you just have to be so supremely focused from beginning to end of every one of these games in order to be successful. We've been preparing to try to get right, so to speak. Our defense has been much better over the last month, and I think we're ready. I think the guys are really excited for it. I mean, there's a lot of guys here that know how close we came 2 years ago, and I think they want it really bad, and they know that we kept everybody together.